How we doing, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of Getting Jiggly With. I don't want to say this episode because, I mean, when it's later, it's going to be just welcome to this episode. But this isn't an episode. Well, we call it always an episode. Welcome to today's live stream. Today's live stream is for Extra Life Charities and Children's Miracle Network. We are streaming all day long. We streamed all day yesterday. Depending if you're watching this live in the future, this replay, or the chopped up replay that we're going to do for each game. So each game has its own video. Welcome. We are supporting, as we mentioned, Children's Miracle Network, which is para los niños, for the kids. And this is for families and children that go to Children's Miracle Network that need our support and our help to be able to afford the treatment that the children need. We are doing the, I know what it is, and then as soon as I'm about to say what it is, I forget. We're doing the critical needs fund, which just basically they put the money where it is needed. Most of the critical needs funds are going towards, of course, COVID and the pandemic that's going on. Right now, those kids are more susceptible, and cases in kids in Children's Miracle Network continue to rise. So we definitely appreciate all the donations we've gotten so far, as well as we appreciate all of our publishers that have provided the content that we've been playing over the past 2 days, and the giveaways that they've allowed us to do with you guys. So we're going to get into the next game after we determine why taco, burrito, and chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets don't fit with the other two. We're supposed to keep within a theme here, guys. Keep within a theme. So the next thing would be enchilada, or tortilla, or quesadilla.
And David would win this game.
David might join us this evening in some of the games. So today's game, or at least this segment of games, depending if you're watching, again, live or replay, I don't know. But these are going to be the 10 robot games. First is going to be Queen of Scots. Then we're going to play Tanks But No Thanks. And then we're going to play Hamsters versus Hippos. All three of them are a giveaway. So the first game, let's change the camera over. Kachi. Aha! Here we go. So the first game here is Queen of Scots. So Queen of Scots is a rummy style game, basically a set collection game, where we are going to be playing matching cards of 3 to build our set. On our turn, we can draw. It's a small box. It might be able to fit right there. We'll just slide these down just un poquito. There we go. Majita. All right. But it is a set collection game. On your turn, you draw a card, and then at the end of your turn, you discard the card. You can make any set of 3 or higher. You can see here our first card happens to actually be a wild. You can only take a wild from the face up if it helps you complete a set. The other thing is, when you take a card, you do have the capability of taking the entire pile. If the card helps you build a set, you want to real quick, that's fine. While I explain the rules. So you can take the card if it's going to help you build a set. So say, for example, I don't know if we're ever going to get to this bottom card, so I will go ahead and do the bottom card. Audrey's going to check on the Belita. So, for example, say this is the top card, and I already had 2 of these in my hand. Then I would be able to take this plus any cards that are underneath. So you must take the entire discard pile if you take that card. Yep. So I take this card, then I take the entire discard pile because I'm going to play this card on my turn. So then you're forced to take the entire pile. So that could be good and bad depending how big that pile is, because the way the scoring works, I'll just randomly close my eyes and throw that in there. The way the scoring works is we want to get to 1,000 points over multiple rounds. If you have cards in your hand, once somebody else, which I guess would be Adri in this case, my invisible Adri here. If she runs out of cards first, any cards still in my hand, of course, will go against me. So that's kind of the risk versus reward if you have to take the entire pile. Now, I would imagine you can draw from the draw pile. Otherwise, why is there a draw pile? The rules didn't specifically say that. So maybe Board Game Binge, who is very good about making sure we follow the rules and not get them wrong like we usually do, will probably clarify that you can draw from here as well. A blind draw. I mean, most games let you do the blind draw. And he says yes. All right. So now I guess we have to wait on Adri. Bella must have needed to go out again. And we have to do it the Parito once. So how's everybody doing today? Who all we got out there? I saw Peyton in there. I saw Christina's out there. Or the discard pile. Yep, so either the top of the deck or the discard pile. I see 4 people out there. I only see 4. What happened? What happened to everybody? Everybody went to lunch. Oh, Giggles was up there at one point. Saw Giggles. Hopefully Bella doesn't drag her around the neighborhood. Sometimes Bella will not let her come right. Like, I can take Bella out, but I was in the middle of explaining. Maybe I should have done it. I can take Bella out. She goes pee, and I can bring her right back in. Bella takes Audrey on a trek of the neighborhood. So this could be a 5-minute ordeal, or this could be a 25-minute ordeal. Welcome to live streaming, where nothing is edited. Oh, I forgot one other thing that you can do is there is the Royal Family cards. So with the Royal Family, you can play these ones together. They have a crown on them. So that's another option. Another option for making your sets. On your turn, you make your set, you play them down, and then you can also add to your existing set. So same thing as like any other Rummy game. You can do 3 of the same, and they're part of the Royal Family. Of course, they won't be the same because there's only 1 of each Royal Family. And then 2 cards from the Royal Family. Where did it say you can add to your set? I read it somewhere. Only pick up the pile matching the cards in your hand that is already on the table. During your turn, choose whether to place down sets of cards, add cards to the current set, or hang on to the cards. Okay, so you can choose to add, win, lose, or draw, right? You can either add, set down a new set, or hang on to your cards. It's got the or in there, so one of the 3. One of the 3. The problem is you left in the middle of the rules.
Yes, I was thinking about that. I don't know.
I just realized that. I was like, oh, odd he doesn't know how to play. And I did the rules. All right. So it's set collecting. You want to make sets of 3 to play them to the field. On your turn, you can either make a new set, add to a set, or do nothing with your cards. Each turn, you must draw a card. And then at the end of your turn, you're going to discard a card. If you draw a card here to make a set, you have to take the entire pile, which could be good or bad. Good if it's a small pile and maybe you could use some of those cards. Bad because if you don't need those cards, when it comes time for scoring, you'll get negative points. We talked about that, right? The other type of set you can make is this set here. So this set is the Royals. So you'll see that they have a little crown above their numbers. And then that is a set. First person to empty their hands basically gets is when the scoring begins, and the first person to 8,000 wins. If we get anything wrong, Board Game Binge is out there to help us again, as he did with Hamsters versus Hippos. Okay. Because, as we know, we will probably make plenty of mistakes. What was his thing? When picking up a wild, you have to show the other player. Okay, yeah. Yeah, for the wild. All right. All right, so you can look at your 11 cards. All right. We have to decide who goes first. Of course, guys, you guys know the way we decide who goes first is with our Extra Life D20. We don't follow the rules. We never do. And that's pretty much the entire gameplay is we never follow the rules. Would you like even or odd? Even or odd? Evens? Even. How'd you know I was going to say even or odd? You were saying that as I was guessing. Because you're muy inteligente. That is even. So we did not get a crit. So you guys are not required to do a $1 donation or a super chat. You're off the hook. Christina is actually caught up. She did $2 super chat earlier. All right, I want to see your cards. Don't we see your cards? All right. So on your turn, on my turn. So You'll notice, like I said, some will have a crown on the bottom. Some of them will not. And you're trying to match up what you are doing. Picking up a wild card, you have to show the other player that you have 2, but you only have to use 1. Okay. So
I'm doing this.
No, any 3. You just want to match your 3. So you probably right now want to kind of organize your hand so you can tell what you're doing. You know what you got. So there's a bunch of guys, right? There's executioners and castles and all kinds of stuff.
What if you get one already?
You already have a set of 3. Then on your turn, you can make that set. If you don't have a set of 3, then you can combine it with the wild cards to make your set of 3. Alright, so I'm going to pick up the wild. And I have to show that I already have 2 wilds in my hand. So I can do that. And then I'm going to do... I'm going to do the castle with the wild. And then I have to discard a card. Whoops. I'll discard him. Alright. There. I think I did that first round correctly. Board Game Binge will tell me if I didn't, and we'll take it back, I guess. Alright, so now it is your turn. So you have to draw a card, and you can either draw from there or there, depending if you need it. Royals can be any member of the royal family, so you don't have to match with the royals, right?
So these ones.
Anyone that has a crown on it can be any of those 3. Oh, Board Game Bench said we did good.
Okay.
That's a first.
Now I played my 3 cards. Like I showed.
Make your set. Mm-hmm.
And I discard 1.
And discard 1. Mm-hmm. He does not help me. No. Okay. He does not help me either. Oh, yeah, he does. All right. So I'm going to do that. Actually, might be. I don't know if it's better to do it this way so you can see that make it easier for us to add the points up later. Maybe. All right, and then I need to discard. See, here's the thing with the discard. It's like, okay, I can discard the low number card, or you can discard the high number card. You know, you want to try to keep the high number card so you can make your sets. You can put multiple sets down. Oh, you can put multiple sets down. So you either, so it's either create sets, multiple sets, or add the sets, multiple sets, or do nothing.
I have this one from.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, this was what I.
Well, you got to draw first.
Used.
Maybe you'll draw a card that can help your sets.
So.
I need to try not to look at her cards. She has a very nice habit of showing me her cards.
Oh, it's because my hands are small.
Well, see, your hands are small, but then in combination of that is we have a habit of looking at each other's cards so we can help each other. Yeah. Add, create, or do nothing, but multiple is allowed. Okay. So you made 2 sets. Okay. And then you discard 1. So mom would like this. My mom and my aunts, they like rummy games, and we're looking for games that are nice introductory games. This is also, the nice thing is it's language independent. While yes, this is written in English on the sides, that's not necessary to play this game. So Adri's probably, this will be one of the games she takes down to Colombia with her for the holidays. I know you saw me perrito. Don't be looking at me perrito. Alright, so I can add, do nothing. I don't want to waste these guys yet. I think I'm going to hang on to them for a minute. There you go. I'll be nice. I'll give you the perrito. Oh, he was worth 20 points. Still alive and plays every day. The creator of this game is 103. I thought it said she was 100. Did it say 102 in the thanks? Yeah, 102 plus years of love. Yep. Yeah.
I already drew.
Drew? Okay, then you either play cards, add to cards, or do nothing.
Do nothing.
And then you have to discard. So help me, James. Oh, I think we missed a step earlier.
What?
So earlier when she drew John Knox, because she didn't use John Knox to make the set, did she need, or she used it to make a set on that turn? Did she need to grab the rest of the cards during that turn? Did we miss that? If you draw a card to make a set, you have to draw the whole pile. Oh, so you did. If you make that set during that turn. Do we remember, was it both of these cards were there? Hang on, I'll rewind to when you drew. Oops, not that. Yeah, I think we missed it. Alright, so that's the orange guy. I'm trying to rewind to find out what was there when I put down Knox. Problem is getting this just right. Oh, there's Knox. Okay, you took Knox. Yeah, it was both of them. Okay. So it's both. So you would have both of those in your hand too. Okay. I told you we are guaranteed to make at least one rules mistake. We would make at least one rules mistake. Alright, and you discarded the castle. Alright, that's fine. I will take the castle. I will add the castle to me castles. And I have to discard a card. Oh, I don't want to discard that one. That one helps you.
Why did I do that?
I don't know. Why do you think I'm keeping my castle in my hand? Because I know it helps you. I'm hoping I can get another one so I can get rid of it and you don't get it. Audrey Hepburn does not help me. Oh, I'm sorry. That's James Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn's husband. Okay, I'm going to play that one. Oish. I know. Oh, hang on. No, I drew. I drew. You have to take that one. Yep. No. Hang on. Oh no, I draw and there was nothing there. That rule's we're gonna mess that up about half a dozen times. I guarantee it. We're gonna miss it a half a dozen times.
See, it's difficult if I don't see the name of the.
Well, they're only one color. They're. I mean, all the art's different. I mean, I don't think any of the art duplicates, or I think they're all different colors
here,
too.
like.
Oh, okay. Lo siento.
No,
Lo siento.
No, but...
Lo siento. Hang on. No, that's fine. We can do this.
Okay.
I'll just put the wild on the bottom. It doesn't matter what order the wild's in. Alright.
You win?
That round.
Because it's royal?
Because this was I made a set and this was my last set.
Ah.
Right?
You have all
it did say something about the wilds. I think you have to do a wild. Yeah, to do a wild, you have to have a minimum of 2. So I had minimum 2. I just happen to have 2 wilds. Yep. So all right. So for first round.
So the first one.
I should be using the fancy
cards.
schmancy pin inside the box. The green castle needs to go back. Can't pick up an. Oh, you can't pick up an add during the turn. So even when I did my blue one, she picked up the green castle and placed it on the table. It should have been to her hand to pick up. Okay. What about when I did the blue one? Did I do this? Oh no, the blue I did from here. No, but the other blue, I did the same thing on my blue. So I did the same thing on my turn, didn't I? Because I drew this from there and sat it here. So that's even. But we'll just call that even because I did the same thing.
I don't know.
When you can only, if you're drawing from here, you can only use it to make a new set.
Not put it
there. So, but that's fine.
So
go ahead. Put your green one there because I messed up too.
The add is just with something that I already
he said both are incorrect. So go ahead and just add it so we'll just finish this round because we both made that mistake. It would basically go one more round because we'd each have to take one more round to add what we had. So we'll add up these points and then we'll do the next round or add or subtract points. Fancy smancy pin. We did it in the unboxing. It says Queen of Scots.
Hmm.
Alright. So we have Audrey. We have Will. Alright. So I have...
So we add points?
Yep, so add your points on your table. 20, 40, 60. Oops. 60. Alright. So 150.
70.
Minus.
Oh, minus?
Minus. See, whatever's in your hand.
Bah!
That's why you don't want to keep the big ones.
20,
45.
45. What is that?
25.
25?
25. See. Alright.
Ah!
Now, do these all go to the discard? Brown engine player can't complete empty the experiment set on the table or discard pile. Scores are counted in and around. It should possible to go negative. Yeah, it doesn't say what we do with the cards. Do we reshuffle and do again? Or do these go to the discard pile? Reshuffle everything. Okay. And then you get to deal. Alright, so you do a half shuffle. I do half shuffle. Because there's a lot of cards here. And we're gonna, here we go. Board game,
Do I shuffle this?
a board game sin, right? Yep, shuffle. Ah,
I guess it has to.
it's so nice to shuffle. People hate riffle shuffles.
JJ is the expert.
JJ is an expert riffle shuffle. But these are nice. They've got a nice linen finish.
And I can do
So riffle shuffling isn't that bad. All right, then give me half of yours. Once you're done. Yeah, there we go. We'll riffle this twice. Michelle waves. Say, Michelle, do you riffle shuffle? They're my board games, you know? They get damaged, that's on me. It just shows that they've been well loved. I remember growing up, right? And that's how you knew that a board game was a good board game. If the box had that brown packing tape on the corners, you were missing at least half the pieces, and yeah, sticky stuff on it. And then
the cards
the cards are bent or missing or they chewed off on a corner. You've replaced 2 of the mover tokens with like a piece of string and a piece of chewed up bubble gum. Then 11 to each of us. Right? That's how you know a game was good. Is everything was substituted in the game with something else. So for me, I want to see wear and tear. A little bit. Or the back of the board was taped from the crease. Yep. Because the board was falling apart. Exactly. Alright, so this goes a key. Is that 11? Do you know how to count?
I do.
In English or Spanish?
It should have been in Spanish.
What about French?
Sir.
Should have been in Spanish? Oh, that's just your reference. I've just got it in the middle of the field to kind of fill up the table a little bit. All right.
So why is Robert there? There is always one there?
There's always, at the start, because you have to have something to choose from. Well, that was either a great shuffle or a horrible shuffle. I don't know which. All right. You go first.
Un momento que soy lento.
Lo siento.
Un momento que soy lento.
Wow, 150. This might take a little while. I'm like, to get to 1,000? What time did I schedule the next stream? All right, guys, I got to figure out when the next game is supposed to start based on the tweet that's going to go out. We may reduce the amount of score that we have to get just so we can make sure we go through.
So I go first?
Yeah, you go first.
So draw.
Yep, draw first. I wonder why Deliver It makes me log in every single time. Like, it doesn't have like a cookie session more than like 2 seconds. Games take roughly 40 minutes. Yeah, I think that's what the box said, which is I think what I calculated. Yeah, 30 to 60 minutes. But I can't remember. Oh, why did I... Why is my box not up here anymore? Oh, by the way, there's pretty art inside the box too. There you go.
On this card.
So the next tweet, which is for, oh wow, I think we're already behind. Because the hamsters versus hippo tweet is at 1:30. Oh yeah, we're way behind. All right, so we're gonna play to 500. We're just gonna play to 500, so that way we can go on to tanks, but no thanks.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Hamsters versus hippos is supposed to be the last game we play. That's why they're stacked that way. So we're a little bit behind. But again, we were behind yesterday too. We're going to play everything. Like, everything we've scheduled to play, everything we've scheduled to give away, we're going to do. If it means that we're playing until midnight tonight, so be it. I'll just tell my boss I'm not working from home tomorrow. All right, so William Cecil. William Cecil. Oh, we got a lot of cards in our hand. I don't want William Cecil. Oh. Alright. Well, he's not too bad. Alright. So I've got... Not you. He's green. He was confusing me. So I'm going to make that set. And then I'm going to make that set. I guess the points don't matter. We'll just add them up at the end.
We have to multiply. Yeah, just...
It has to be 3 or more. That's really the only requirement.
Yeah, I mean, not to see each 10 on each card.
And that one helps you, though. Henry Stewart. Alright. Schrodinger puts a cat in a box. Why? Is the cat dead or alive? Oh, yeah, there's a cat in the box. Yeah, that was the emoji war earlier.
Oh.
The emoji war earlier was the cat in the box. Cat in the hat. You drew and you discarded?
I drew and I discarded.
Oh, you didn't build anything? I don't need William. We have enough Williams in this room. Right. So I will do that. I can't help it.
I don't get wilds and you do.
Well, you keep drawing from there. Draw from there.
No, I haven't been going for it.
Oh, did you draw from there last time? Sir Thomas Throckmorton. I don't know who he is, but I bet you if I flip over this piece of paper, we can find out more. I don't need Sir Thomas. Actually.
That's mean because it cannot out.
Yeah, but that means you don't have to take the entire stack. You only take the entire stack if you use it to build...
Have I messed up with that again?
We probably did. Who knows? Yeah, you only have to take the entire stack if you use it to make a set. If you're taking it just to put into your hand, you can put it in your hand, but you can't play it.
Do that.
No, you'd have to wait. You'd have to wait till the next turn.
So I could take it.
Yeah, you can take him.
No play.
But you can't play him yet.
Just discard another one.
Correct.
So okay,
so you always have to take the entire stack.
Oh, so I have to take the entire.
We've been doing that wrong each time. You can only pick it up if you have 2 in your hand. Okay. Oh, okay. You can only pick it up without taking the whole stack if you have 2 of those already in your hand, because you're using it to make.
Yeah.
Wow, then we've done that wrong the entire time, haven't we? You can pick up a card. You can pick up a card face down pile, or pick up the entire face up pile based on the most range. To do this, you must have at least 2 cards in your hand that match the face up card. Place them down. Okay, so you can only pick up here if you're using it to complete a set.
But I cannot complete right away. I still need to wait a second turn.
Well, no. If you pick this one up, board game binge, because he was posting so quickly. Wow. I'm gonna yell at
Oh, why is that? Because,
spamming caps. Oh, because he typed always. Oh man.
Because he said that.
Yeah, because he typed always in all caps, and there's a spam filter inside of Streamlabs that if you type in all caps, it's like you're yelling.
Oh,
So then what it does is Streamlabs goes back through and deletes everything.
How do you know he typed always?
I saw always before it deleted it.
Oh.
So yeah, so what it says is you can pick this up if you have at least 2. Salud. If you have at least 2 in your hand already, and then you must place it down. And if you do that, you have to pick up the entire stack. So that's where we were messing up.
Okay.
So technically, if you can't make that,
If I use this, basically I have to right away.
you have to be able to right away make a set out of it. Mm-hmm. That's where we messed up when he said about us taking the castles. We couldn't place them down. And technically, we couldn't have taken them either because we didn't have 2 of them already in our hand from the last game. So, yeah. So, you basically have to draw this unless you can make a set with what's in the discard. Oh, that actually... See, that's why I never wanted to discard. I didn't want to ever discard because you could just pick it up to add to your set. So, that actually makes it easier to discard cards that the other player has. Okay. Okay, that's a whole new strategy. Oh, this puppy dog's going to be hard to match. It's still yours. So you can't do this because you don't have 2 in your hand. So you have to go there. Yeah, that makes that stack very dangerous when you need it to actually complete a set. Alright, and then you have to discard. Okay. Again, welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggly With It, where the rules are never right. You're just here for the entertainment value of us screwing up. All right. Plenty of Robert Dudleys in there now. Now that I know that, it's like I'm no problem getting rid of him. Problem is I gotta match this up. I made mine so quick that now I'm stuck with 1 card. So you have plenty of time to catch up because I'm stuck. I can only pick up what you lay down if I have 2 in my hand, and I technically do not have 2 in my hand, so it's impossible for me to ever pick anything up. Actually, is it impossible? No, it's not impossible for me to win because I might be able to pull a card that matches what I've already got. So I can't pull that because I don't have 2 in my hand. I'm basically digging to find one of these cards at this point. Because there's no way, I can't make another set if you think about it, right? I can't make a new set with 1 card in my hand. Yeah, they're both 5. I was like, wait a minute, which card do I want to hang on to?
I don't have 2 of these in there.
Correct. That's, I think, where some of the strategy comes in, where you leave an extra one in your hand. So instead of making the 4 here, I could have kept Lock 11 in my hand if I wanted to.
And I discard.
I can discard one. I'm just running around with the perritos.
No, you didn't.
Mary Sky Terrier. Alright, Sir Nicholas Throckmorton. No. Dang it. Definitely don't want to keep her in my hand. She'd cost you 100 points. Alright, now we're blazing through. Oh, another queen. I'm finding all the queens. And I can't play them. That's how you get points. You get those queens. Perrito. That's nobody wants to take that stack now.
No.
Alright. Add. Discard. Alright. Point adding time.
We need to win one other game. $60 minus 50.
¿Qué pasa?
Okay. Menos 10, 50.
Well, I'm subtracting. You said minus, and then so I started subtracting my 105 score from my previous score.
Yes, that.
No, don't do that. All right, what did you get?
I got 60 and then 10 here, so 50. 60 minus 10.
Oh, so 50. Okay. So you're at 75. All right. Uno más. All right, that was better. I'd imagine that was a much better.
Yeah, it's quicker.
That was much. Yeah, you take that. I don't know. We'll mix and match at some point. Do you have too many cards to shuffle? I guess this is another board game sin. We don't have these. We don't have them sleeved. Considering we just opened the box, and this is the first time we've ever played the game. But here's the thing. You know, we would have probably played this game the way we were originally playing it. I mean, I read the rules, I misinterpreted the rules. We would have played it that way and continued to play it that way. And I don't know, I guess that's the thing is like, when it comes to like, you know, rules Nazis that like to like, that's not exactly how you need to play the game. Like, doesn't matter, right? As long as everybody's there, everybody's having fun, and technically everybody's playing by the rules they were taught. Does it matter? I don't think so. I think the whole point is to play games together. You know, play with some friends, play with whoever you want to play with. But I know, like, there's a lot of people that are like, we even get it in the comments sometimes, and we just have to be like, dude, we're just playing for fun. We probably missed that rule. So sorry. Don't think it impacted the gameplay that much. And a lot of the games we play are cooperative anyways. And if somebody's making a rule mistake, we're both making that same rules mistake. So if it benefits us both. But as we know, most of the time, it's not that it benefits us. Most of the time, it's to our own detriment. All right, so I deal this time. I don't know how people do those quick shuffles. Right. Okay. Okie dokie, smoky. Technically, we're doing the turn order backwards too, but oh well, we'll keep going with it. Technically, the person supposed to go first is the person that drew, and we keep doing the person that goes first is the person that shuffled. So should we correct that on this turn? You should go first. Yeah, you should go first. I mean, technically, since I shuffled, you're supposed to go first. Even though that card would help me.
I can put as many as we have, right?
Well, you got to draw first. You have to draw first.
Ooh.
You like Sexy Man? Sexy Man, Sexy Man. Doing what the Sexy Man can. Hey, Scottish, Austin Powers, that bastard. You know, it works.
Okay, so
Oish. Oish. No más. No más. And then you have to discard. Holy, that was, well, here's the thing. That was my first turn last time, right? I did the exact same thing. I went through and I went 1, 2, 3, like right on the get. That helps me, but doesn't help me. Thank you. Now it helps me and I can't draw it. I need to get rid of some. I need these high. Get rid of the dog. Get rid of un perrito all covered in cheese. I lost me for the meatball when she ate it. Because my perrito was covered in cheese and I lost the meatball when she ate it. That's why she's covered in cheese, because I must have dropped my spaghetti on her. You're so lindo. Good thing you're cute. Wow. Well, oh, I forgot. I could have made a set last time. I didn't make it. At least that gets some cards out of my hand. When somebody sneezed. I know, but it was on yoke. Well, no, that's something else that I guess if you dropped your own your food. Making food puns. No, did you notice that box no longer looks blue anymore? That is so annoying. Like, I don't know how to tune that in. That's fine. Whatever. Okay. You discarded Rizzo. 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 See. Rizzo. I kind of showed you all my cards there. That probably wasn't very good.
I didn't see. I found
I was muy rápido. Choo 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 choo. I think there's 6 of each character, 6 of each card. I don't remember. Stop, it'll be in my head all day long. I know, now it's stuck in mine. I can't hear music. At least you guys get background music. Can you guys hear the music? Is it good?
8 of each.
8 of each card. Let me know if you guys can hear the music. I know I turned it up on one of our streams, like one of our views, but I don't know if I turned it up on all of them.
6 King James plus 1 of each. Yeah, I did.
I don't want to. I don't want to, but I want to. How many cards you got left?
2.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. All right, hang on. I gotta. Hang on. Let me double check what else is in here because I might have something else I can add to it. All right. Hang on. I gotta sort my cards. Un momento. Un momento. Un momento. Un momento. Okay. This is where we need those little trays that you can put your cards in here.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear until you said something very quiet. All right, maybe I didn't turn it on this. I thought I turned it up to 50%, but I think that might have been the other one. All right, so that should be at 50%. Let me know if that's... If you can still hear Oddity, really. I mean, I know you guys will be able to hear me, but make sure that that's not overpowering.
I'll be quiet.
Yeah, let me make sure that's not overpowering Oddity. And I can't add this one because I did a create this turn. Okay. All right, and now I need to discard one. Holy cow, Will. What did you do to yourself? Actually, that's not too bad. I have lots of duplicates now. I'll get rid of the... if that's what you're doing for this turn, yeah, you can add. That's what happened to me last time. So basically, you're going to be in the same boat as me. You're basically going to just keep drawing until you can complete something. Is what's going to happen. Discard. That was me last turn, right? It was draw. Can I complete something? All right.
Is Bella scratching and see?
Holy cow! Yeah, we're gonna have to figure out how to stop it. That was Bella. That was Bella with an itch. She was scratching. Holy cow! Yeah, we gotta figure out how to reduce that. Maybe I don't want to put a hook on the ceiling, but maybe that's what we would have to do: is put a hook on the ceiling that kind of pulls the rod up just slightly.
Yep.
Maybe. All right, I have to discard. Oh, did I do add? No, I did create, didn't I? Dang it, I did create. Let's get rid of John Knox. I might still be safe because I got the Sky Terriers, and they're worth 20 apiece.
No.
Because there were 3 in that stack that I got. Create one. And then...
But why did you take it and you didn't take the whole pile?
I didn't. I took it from there. You put that one down. Oh. Oh, do you have one of those in your hand too? All right, your turn. Come on, I gotta. I'm digging because I can almost make everything, but all right. So add to that.
No.
Discard that. I mean, I'm gonna be digging a bit because one of the things I have to make, you've already got 4 of, so there's only 2 more in there. I can't pick him up because I can't make it. Remember, that's where we screwed up the first 2 times. Okay, will you stop it, Sir Thomas? No necesita, Sir Thomas.
No.
I got rid of the other queen earlier. Now it's coming back to bite me. If I would have kept it, that would have given me 2 queens.
What about if I have no? I cannot tell you because you will know. Could I pick this tile? But since this is royal, and I have a royal,
you have to have 3 royals.
I have a wild.
Yes.
Because wild is wild. It has a crown here.
Let me. Wild. The crown jewels are wild. They can also be used to add it to any set that is already on the table. If this card says on this card. Did you catch us? You need 2 royals in your hand to pull a royal. So you need 2 of that card. So wild only counts as a wild for completing the sets. Oh, she's not mad. She's not happy with you. Look at that face she's giving you. All right, so no.
So wait, what do I have to do? This card.
This card. See. Discard, not that card. Discard. John Knox. Well, no, you would have won. Amor. That was the turn. All right, so you drew this. Or did you draw the wild? It doesn't matter.
No,
you drew a card. You can play the wild to add. Play the wild to add, because that's your turn. You're doing an add action. And then discard at the end of your turn.
But I saw that you have to...
It doesn't...
It does matter.
Well, no, that does matter. Correct. Yeah, there you go. Correct. This has good artwork. Yeah, it's very nice. Very well done. It's got that feel of that old British, old English Renaissance. Yeah. All right. So now we add up our Renaissance. All right. So 15. All right. So now we add up 35. Each card started as an 8x10 pairing. 105. All right. We're just gonna, again, because we want to get into the other game. So it's 1:30. So we'll go ahead and we'll do this one now. Let's go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and do the giveaway. I said we're gonna get to 500. We'll just call it that. We're gonna do Mercy Rule. I don't think 200 and Board Game Binge will be able to confirm this. I don't think 200 is too much to come back from. But right now there's a 200-point deficit between me and Audrey. So we're just going to call it, though, in sake of time. You're at 180. I'm at 385. So I don't think it's too much to come back. But let's go ahead and switch over to the webcam. And then we're going to do the giveaway drawing for a Queen of Scots. If you've joined us and done this 100 times, because we've done this, well, it's not 100 times, because we've done this like 13 times, we are going to put something in chat. This is for charity, so of course, if you want to get a copy of Queen of Scots, you'll need to do the thing that it tells you to do when the thing comes up in the chat, right? If you would like to enter in our big bundle giveaway, which is over $500 in games, which includes Tanks But No Thanks, which we'll be playing next with some slightly modified rules. So Board Game Binge can yell at us if he wants to. We will be playing that next, and that is in that big bundle giveaway. So we're going to go ahead and start the giveaway. When you guys see the thingamajiggy show up, you guys can enter to do it. Just logged in, so I missed the game, but I actually like the story of the Queen of Scots. So, Steven, this is a rummy game. It's like a gin rummy style game. So, if you like gin rummy, phase 10, that kind of stuff, then this would be right up your alley. All right, so we're going to go ahead and clean this up while we go. Yeah, so this is fun. I think this is definitely a game I'm going to play with our mom, because she likes these type of games, rummy style games. She's not really a hobby gamer. We did Welcome To, but at the time she had pre-COVID, so her brain wasn't in a place to be able to play that.
But she
did good, but she was kind of like tired and new to hobby games, and anybody who's played Welcome To knows it's a little bit to take in. Hang on. Always, guess what? I was putting the lid on. Guess what you always do? You always leave a component out of the box when you put the lid in. And then I think definitely this is probably something Abdu will be able to take down to Colombia, because it is primarily language independent. And, of course, I think that's a requirement. Put the box one upside down. I think that is a requirement. Put the box one upside down. There we go. Queen of Scots. So you guys tell us what you think. Did you guys like it? Did you guys think it was a cool game? I at least think that Ryan, Steven, Michelle, and Vanessa think it's a cool game. Mm-hmm. Because they entered into the giveaway. So there is 1 minute and 23 seconds left. If you would like to enter this giveaway, do exclamation raffle, A-R-A-F-F-L-E. Make sure you do the exclamation point next to raffle, unlike Teresa did last night, where for whatever reason she wanted to try every possible way but exclamation point raffle. And then we will, after this, we'll throw up the Be Right Back. We'll go grab Tanks But No Tanks. That shouldn't take us too long to set up. It really isn't. It's like chess or checkers. That is I don't know what to call it. I mean, it's a strategic game. Like, what do you call it? It's an abstract strategic game? Abstract strategy game? Like, I don't know what chess... I mean, chess and checkers is an abstract strategy game, I guess.
We are very...
huge fan of royal history, nerd, so I love it. Elijah coming in. There we go. With raffle. Exclamation point raffle. We are what?
The live is very delayed. I mean...
Oh, it's always delayed.
But, like...
I've got it. I have it on ultra low latency, and for whatever reason, it's still delayed, even with ultra low latency. I think it's between a 5 to 10 second delay. That's why the Hughes and Q's last night was so bad, because that delay changes based on each user. Even though it says that you're live, it may not be. All right. It says you can no longer enter the raffle. That means the raffle is done. Yeah, Elijah came back. Elijah Johnson. All right, here we go. Let's ready, steady, go. Steven Snyder. Man, Steven, you're racking them up, man. So Steven Snyder with the win of Queen of Scots. Now on the next one, there's going to be 2 winners. So for Tanks But No Thanks, there's going to be 2 winners. Plus a 3rd copy is in the big board game giveaway. So if you guys want to get those, then make sure you stay for the next stream. But we will be right back, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. See you guys in a minute.